So we've got a problem. I got some dang old cassettes in the car and gosh dang it, I can't hear my tunes. Nah, but right now we have one working speaker in the car, and apparently each speaker has its own amplifier, so I guess we're gonna take those out and see what the boards look like, and maybe we'll have to solder some capacitors, so let's do it. Gosh dang, it's a little chilly today. I'm about to have to put my coat on. Oh, I know what you may be thinking. You're probably thinking, Carson, shouldn't you be working on your actual car that takes you to work instead of the donk? And to that I say, shut up. I'm trying to get some tunes in the Cadillac, man. So I have no idea how this door panel comes off. It looks like this speaker grill would just come off on its own, but it sure doesn't. But if it's anything like other GM stuff, Christmas tree clips galore, we're gonna find out one way or the other. Give me that. All right, that was a little tougher than I thought it'd be, but there was a fella on YouTube who had the how-to. Basically, you got the lens that sits in this cover. You just gently pry it out. You can see where she's notched, where it sits in that little bezel. And then on this guy, it's kind of hard to, you're supposed to pinch them right here and then they can pull out, but it's kind of hard to do that with 2 fingers. So what I did was I got the needle nose and pinched with the thumb and then pulled down and yanked with the needle nose, and they were out in a second. Hardest part, honestly, was this switch panel, but you just got to get a screwdriver in here and push on this guy, and it looks like it just lifts up after that. I had this little plastic cardboard lined piece so I could use to pry against so I wouldn't score my leather up. Not bad. Look at the gauge of this wire though they use for the switches. That is some thick stuff, good lord. Really though, not that bad. You got these little guys that hang on to the cardboard and the door panel. Oh, there was one more screw right there. That's different than all of them. And that was the only guy holding this up. You can jump on me for this, but if I was doing anything different, you know, use your trim tool on the Christmas trees. I'm kind of used to those just coming out. And once I started to notice that the door was keeping a couple, I was like, oh, whoops. I still think it'll be okay. You know, the screws in this armrest are doing quite a bit of the work. It's all right, just keep that in mind. Now we can start diagnosing these speakers. So after looking at the comments, people said that each of these speakers has their own dedicated amp. Now I don't know if they're built into this little structure right here, but once we get that door panel off over there, we can start swapping components around. And it looks like the first thing I'll swap out is this speaker. And if that speaker in that door starts working over here, you know, we're on to something. It's part of the breadcrumb trail. We're gonna keep working out here until we can't, so let's just swap them speakers and see if we get some results. All right, we've got the speakers swapped. Let's just see what happens. If we're understanding this right, this one should now work, and that one will do nothing. Swing, eat it, come on. All right, so we're on to something. This one's working, and that one has took a dump. I guess. I don't know, it looks like the amp is in that unit, you know. I guess we'll pull that whole thing and we'll take it inside and see if we can't see something going on the PCBs, motherboards, whatever. I don't know if I'm much feeling the design of this thing. They make you unbolt the bottom of the window track and scoot it out of the way. Not a pain, but it's just like, why? Whatever. It's out, and it's out. Cool, let's go look at it. Well, before I can utilize my expert workbench, I have to engage. I have to engage in the tried and true practice of taking a bunch of stuff and putting it right there. Cool. Open sesame. Sheesh. All right, here we go. More like, here we don't go. I gotta go grab a screwdriver. Back at it. While I'm working on this, let's go ahead and bait comments. What's your favorite cereal? I'm gonna be honest, Raisin Bran's probably up there. Either that or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But the thing about Cinnamon Toast Crunch is you don't even need milk. You can just munch it as it is. And that's pretty cool. Never mind, I don't need the soldering iron. Something's holding that on really good, so let me get that off. Well, I'm gonna be honest now. Look fine. I guess we'll get the multimeter out and see what it says. I guess let's start doing some simple diagnostics. Well, both plugs are outputting pretty similar values. We got 12 volts where 12 volts should be, and then whatever this amp sees coming in, it's, well, it's getting the same thing, so I guess let's go back to the PCBs. Since we know the plugs are both, since we know voltage of the plugs is about the same, that kind of tells us it's a bad amp. So, well, one of these capacitors has left for greener pastures. So, it's time to get the soldering iron out. More than likely, I think I'm just going to go ahead and order capacitors all around and just replace the main ones. Cool. Still got to look at the ones back there on that rear shelf. They're outputting very quietly, so we probably got something similar happening. All right, now that we got those diagnosed and parts ordered, we need to figure out how to get these out. Apparently this just slips off and there's hidden screws, so I guess let's play some hide and seek. All right, we got that top dash pad off. Screw there, screw, scrooby-dooby-doo, and then 2 in the glove box. However, this car ain't got no speaker in the dash. What the hell? Cool. Epic prank, GM. Okay, well, if you have a Bose system like I do, fun fact, or pro tip, no speaker. Waste of time. Do not do. Let's do the rear shelves at least. I know there's speakers back there. All right. Got the rear seat out. Same thing as the Lincoln. You just push in and pull up. Looks like on the bolsters, it just has those 2 nuts. And then I think we can get to the shelf speakers. Give me 1 minute. Once again, not really too bad. That third brake light right there has 2 screws. You got to take 2 or 3 giant screws out of that armrest right there. 2, what is it, 3/4 bolts. And then you just kind of smack it out of that lip right there, and that's kind of it. So, cool. We've got ourselves a nice little mess going on, don't we? Shoo! It seems like GM has pulled another epic prank on me because I think all of that was unnecessary. Man, there's these really convenient little boxes and that's it. Can we go ahead and get a rest in peace to my Saturday? Thank you. Let me just crawl into the trunk to get the mafia experience. Man, they do not make this easy. Hang on. Oh, goodness. You come here often? Observe as I drop 30-year-old fabric into my eyes. Look at that. That whole thing was the enclosure. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, let's get this out and look at the boards on this one. There they are. Honestly, 1,000,000,000 times easier to remove. I made it a hassle for no reason, so that rocks. I wonder what these go for on eBay. You know what? While we're talking about eBay, if one of you Cadillac guys watching this video has one of these radio mounts for this thing, you know, hook a guy up, let me know. Got them left and righted just because you never know if there's, you know, the head unit up there may send like a left audio signal to one of them or something. I don't really know. I don't know audio stuffio. I don't really have a way to distinguish left from right, so I'm just going to be like, this one's got a bunch more gunk. You know, without really knowing anything, once again, it kind of looks like a failure in the same spot on this little tiny electrolytic capacitor. That one too. Kind of the same story over here, but that film capacitor, is that what they call them? I don't know, it also has some stuff. We're going to totally recap these and see what happens. No cap, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we got the shopping list, the capacitors I need, and a professional drawing of how these boards are laid out. So, the stage is set, and now we wait. It's time. Okay. Oh. Can y'all quit that? This stuff isn't really super exciting to me. Like, I don't really have any tips besides heat metal, take out thing, put other thing on. Like, that's all I know. So I'm not going to show this, and I'll see you in a minute when it's done. All right, got her done. Is it perfect? Yes. I don't make mistakes. Ain't that right, Markiplier? So now it's finally time to test this stuff out. We're going to do this really quick. Let's go. Test number 1. That's copyrighted, but you heard it. You heard it. Success. Second one don't work. Okay, we got one good, one bad in the trunk. Better than what we used to have. Well, we have 4. We fixed 2. I guess that's a kind of win. I don't know. We'll just have to look at those boards again. They're pretty burnt. Some of those film capacitors were pretty burnt, so second look. But for now, we're out of time. Me and my wife are about to go on vacation. Bye.